everybody, and welcome to Rega בעברית, special edition, Parashat Terumá, all the way from Australia. This week we are in Parashat Terumá. Now, in the beginning of the portion, in the very first 7 verses, we read about the construction of the Mishkan, of the tabernacle of God. Now, each one of the tools that were used to establish the Mishkan had to do either with the clothing of Aaron or to the establishment of the tabernacle. I would like to pick up the conversation with you today in 25 verse 8. The Torah says, "Va'asu li migdash u'shachanti betocham." God says here, make me a tabernacle that I will dwell within them. Within them. This is important. I want you to pay attention to this. The word here in the beginning of the portion is the word mikdash. The word mikdash is rooted in the word kadosh, holiness. If you remove the letter kuf from the holiness of the establishing the house of God, you ended up with Shemad, Shin Mem Daled. In essence, removing of God holiness and establish anything will ultimately lead to destruction. It is said that the Torah is like a two-edged sword, and now we understand why. Because if we are to truly remove holiness, it's going to lead us to destruction. And here in the Torah, it is says, and I am to tabernacle not among them, but rather with them. The Hebrew word here that is used in the text is the word betocham. God's ultimate agenda was to tabernacle inside the house of Israel. The word toch means in Hebrew from within. Now, I want you to understand that in the following context. God wanted us to establish a Mishkan. The word Mishkan in Hebrew is rooted in the word Shechina or Shachen, a neighbor. God's desire is to be the Shachen of each and every one of us, to be the neighbor of the entire house of Israel. But in order to do that, we have to prepare him the house. What is the ultimate house? Does God really need a house? The rabbis of Israel suggested that the ultimate house that God wanted us to establish, friends, listen to this very carefully, is the house that was found inside the heart of each one of Israel. In answer, the word betocham is used because God wanted through the action to see a transformation in the entire house of Israel so that he can come and tabernacle with us and through us. This is an important lesson for each and every one of us today. So what did he do? He asked the children of Israel to make him Hamikdash. The Hebrew word asu or asiyah is not the art of thinking, but it's not the act of contemplating, it's the act of doing. In essence, the upshot is very clear. What does it mean to practice Torah? It means to practice in a way that we take the actions that transform us from the inside out. The asiyah, which is the external, should lead to an transformation which is internal, so that we are able to receive the Lord as the true one who transformed each and every one of us. So what was God's ultimate agenda? To see a transformation in the life of the entire house of Israel. I sincerely hope that each one of us, through the action, the doing, the letting our light shine before men, that they see our good deeds and praise our Heavenly Father in heaven, will cause transformation in the world outside itself and in our own universe, in our own world, in our own heart. Let us transform the world, and through the transformation of the world, let us be transformed ourselves. God bless you. This is the Rega בעברית from Australia. Shalom everybody.